Sandy. If you're new here, I do crafts and I talk about them. If you're joining me again, thank you so much. I'm going to try to touch my hair less, but we know I probably won't. No, thanks so much for joining me again. I know there's a lot you could be doing with your time, and that you want to sit and listen to me talk about crafts really honestly means so much. Like, yeah. So, I don't have a ton for you today because I have had a very busy week, but not a very productive week. You know those days where you feel like you haven't sat down all day, but you can't for the life of you think about one thing that you got done? Like, it's just bizarre. Like, where does the time go? I don't know. But in any case, I do have one thing that is absolutely, completely 100% finished. It's not a big deal, really, because I just cut the ends off now that it's done blocking. But it feels good to have a part of this set finished. So, if you're new, I've been working on, this is the Debbie Bliss Bare Necessities Set. I've been working on 3 of it. There's 5 patterns there. I have a brand new baby nephew, so I guess he's not brand new anymore, he's like a month old, but yeah, so I'm making this and I've been working on it for a while, and then I'm going to send it off to Canada, but it's in the Debbie Bliss Cashmerino. This is beautiful yarn. It is wool, it has a little bit of acrylic, and it's cashmere, and it's like machine washable, which I love for new parents, because if you're a new parent and you don't knit, you're probably not used to doing like I hand wash every week. But if you're not used to it, I can see how that would be frustrating. But you know. So yeah, I haven't gone and gotten new buttons because they shorted me. I don't think it was intentional though. But yeah, so this is a little sweater, and it gets buttoned over here like that so that you can open it and put it on him easy. We are going to a pub that sells sewing supplies on Patty's Day, so maybe I'll get something from the pub. That'd be pretty cute. Yeah, this is adorable. This entire set is adorable. It's so cute, but man, like, it's got everything. It's got baubles, cables, mock cables, color with the little things, and I'm not a big color work person. It's got ribbing. It's got seed stitch and bits of it. I am overwhelmed with it. This is the hardest thing I've ever made, but I love it, and it's so cute. It's for my nephew, and I love him. So the best bit, though, was the blanket that I have started the embroidery on. Yeah, so ideally this is going to be even in all the little spots on the faces. So that's as far as I've gotten. The rest of it is just blank, but it is nice being able to just like hold it up like this and show you that it's something, and it's gonna be so cute. I mean, okay, this has given me a bit of conflict because I'm doing a craftsy class with a sweater that's like the boho knit sweater. But it's just basically like a plain sweater that has a bunch of embroidery on the yoke. And it's doing all the embroidery on here has kind of made me question whether or not I want that. Like, I want the sweater, this is the thing. I'm a bit of a catalog maker in that I knit things because I want the product. I crochet things because I want the final product. I make things, like, you know, even sewing, I want the final product. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the process 100%. I love doing this. I mean, I'll sit and talk about how frustrating it was all day and night, but I've loved making this. I love making. I really do. But it, for me, I don't just want to make something for the sake of making it and have it sitting around. I've done that in the past, and I think this year I'm going to go around and end up undoing a lot so I can use the yarn, because yeah, I just have a lot of stuff that I don't wear that's not my style, that I will never wear, but I made it because I felt like I needed to make it for the process for some odd reason. So I don't know, I'm touching my hair. I'm trying not to do that anymore, but yeah, I have loved the process, but man, is it tedious, the embroidering on knitting, because you don't have it like pulled taut, so you're constantly just like moving things, and I embroider a lot, I'm used to a hoop, so I'm hoping in doing that class I'll get some tips, but yeah, like it's tedious. And the thing too, I think, because there's no, like, there's a chart, on the chart when you're knitting, there's a place where the eyes go, so that's been pretty easy, but there's nothing for the nose. So I'm just sitting here and I second guess myself all day and night. Like, even if they're all kind of different. But I'm trying to be gentle on myself because, again, it is for a baby. It's really cute. But yeah, like I will second guess myself. I've had to do noses. I did like almost the entire blanket and pulled them out because I didn't like the way I did the noses. But there's no chart, and I think there really, really should be on the pattern. It just says like do it across 4 stitches. And I'm like, but what 4 stitches? Show me exactly what. Tell me exactly what. I need to know these things. So, yeah, I would say if I have one criticism of the pattern, well, that'd be my second, because the first one is the ball band or the button band here. The measurements didn't really line up, so I kind of just, like messed about and did it seed stitch instead of in pattern. Because I figured, oh, well, the seed stitch will match the blanket, so it's not too bad, and it'll still be functional. But yeah, so these noses have been giving me grief. I put this away yesterday and I haven't looked at it since. So I'm actually really happy looking at it now. Maybe I just needed some time to like get out of my head about it. But looking at it now, I'm like, okay, yeah, like these are pretty cute. So maybe I'm doing okay. You know, that's the thing too. I think sometimes with stuff you've made, like if anybody showed me this and said, oh, I made it, I'd be like, oh my God, that's the most impressive thing I've ever seen. I can't believe how talented you are. Like I would gush over it. I would think it was the most perfect, but because I did it, I'm so critical. And I don't think that's just me. I think everybody who crafts does it a little bit to an extent because you just want to, I mean, it's a bad thing, but I think it comes from a place of that you just want to be your best. And, it's like when I was in fashion school, one of the teachers said something that actually really resonated with me. It was one of like 3 things that made it somewhat worth it. It was that people who procrastinate are usually perfectionists, and you use procrastination as an excuse to say, oh, well, look, I just did it. I had to get it done on time. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. And it's kind of this like weird cyclical structure. And I think that's to an extent how I am. Because sometimes, like, yeah, I know I can do really well, but then I drive myself nuts doing really well. So, you know, and I've always been a procrastinator. So, yeah, it just hit with me. So I try so hard. I've been trying for years now, since I was like 18 and I heard that. But, you know, there's always, it's tough when you do want to do your best, and it's just tough. And I think the pattern should work where those damn noses go. And that's what I'm saying about that. But no, I am happy I'm making some progress. It feels really good. Then I'm going to back it with linen, so it's going to be even more. But, you know, he'll have it by winter. I made it in the 12 to 18 month size, so even though he is growing, he'll have it for next winter, which is when he'll need it, because he won't really need a cashmere wool acrylic blanket in the middle of August. At least hopefully not. I mean, with the way the world is going right now. Apparently it snowed in the middle of summer in Australia, and I'm still confused. But yeah, one of the things that's been distracting me from that is, as soon as that went on to block, I needed something to do. So I talked about it last week. I had this, Debbie Bliss lace, Rialto lace, which they did discontinue. They don't make anymore, which I'm confused because this is a nice yarn. But it's 100% superwash merino. I guess when Brexit was about to happen, I don't guess, I know I did this. But right before Brexit happened, I did a huge yarn order. Like, huge. I bought stuff. I bought like 2 sweater quantities of yarn. I bought this. I think I was going to make like a wrap with this. I didn't even know. I think I just bought like 10 balls of it. I bought a lot. I did end up finding those 3 balls I talked about last week, by the way. So, I bought, the tea tour bus. Ooh, in Dublin, they do this little like vintage tea tour thing, and it's really cool. You get to go on like a vintage bus, and they serve you like high tea, and then you just like run around, and it just passed by my window. Oh, that's nice. I need to do that again. But anyway, sorry. No, I just did this massive order, and I got like so much yarn. I got all the yarn for all the dye classes I'm doing on Craftsy, like every Craftsy class that I wanted to do and I knew I wanted to do, I bought all the yarn for it all at once because, yeah, I just, you know, things now when I order them from the UK, if it's over €30, it's taxed at 30%, and that's a lot. So, you know, I mean, it's not a big deal. Usually I can find what I need in Europe, but it's just, I really wanted what I wanted. So yeah, I got like 10, 12 balls of this. I got a lot of it. And yeah, and it's a nice yarn. I started the set. I just wasn't loving it. Like, it just was not hitting all my marks. And I was like, you know what? I think I want a sweater. And I think I deserve a sweater. I don't want to sound, because it sounds so bratty. Like, I deserve a sweater for myself. But I have knit, I love my friends, I love all their babies, but I, like, all of them have had them this year, so I've knit so many baby things. I still have one more to do, but I'm just, need more information on the baby. But yeah, I've knit so much baby stuff. I just kind of want to make something for me that I will love. So I started this set and I decided I want a sweater. I deserve a sweater. And, yeah, so I found this one. It's called Ombre by, I believe, Tanis Fiber Crafts. I'll link it down below. I'm actually really liking it. It's knit with 2 strands, so 2 strands lace weight, and it's really cool because if you wanted to do an ombre thing, you can just swap out one of the yarns slowly and kind of do like a fade in a way that looks a bit more natural than just like stripes. So I think that's really cool. But so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm just doing it in obviously the color I have. I am gonna dye this. Because I just think, like, look at that next to my face. And then look at, like, this next to my face. Like, this looks better. No? Maybe it doesn't look too bad. Also, I don't know. Look, even if it looked amazing, I don't know how I feel about, like, a sweater in this color because I spill a lot. And I know it's super wash, but I'm not going to throw a sweater I made into the washing machine. I'm going to hand wash it. And also, I just think I look better in richer colors. Yeah, like a drapey t-shirt I might do in like a lighter color because I think it, well, I want darker. I want rich, beautiful colors. So I'm going to dye it. I don't know what color yet. I am not that good at dyeing, so it'll be whatever color it comes out. Vaguely in the arena of what I want. But yeah, so far I'm really liking this. It's just a basic cardigan. And the way it kind of works, this is like the back. Watch me drop all the stitches. This was a dumb idea. But yeah, so I'm kind of making like the back collar area. And yeah, it's really good. It's shaped with increases. A couple weird things have happened. So this is my second kind of like go at it because the first time I think my stitch count was wrong and I think I might have done, you know when your stitch count is wrong so you just throw on a couple stitches, like just random increases trying to make them even. At one point the collar like had this huge little flap. So again, I just recast it on and paid a little more attention and it isn't doing that, so I think that was my mistake. And another weird thing is the cast on is actually from here to here. And this extra is in the first row of knitting. They, it was just this extra piece sitting on top. Like there was no knots. Like there wasn't a knot, which, okay, but it was just sitting there. And like I was just knitting along and then it just came out and the ball went kind of like flying and I was like, so I have no idea if there was supposed to be a knot and they didn't. I've never seen a knot that close to the end of a skein, so if there was, like, that's pretty, But I kind of like that they didn't knot it. Like, that way I kind of saw it and I was able to account for it a little bit better. But yeah, it was just bizarre. Like, I've never encountered that before. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it happens all the time in this yarn and that's why they've discontinued it. But yeah, so this is what the back so far looks like. As you can see, it's just increases upon increases upon increases. So we are getting there. But yeah, so that's that. That's the knitting I've done. Then for crochet, this is really embarrassing. I'm on like Sunday for my temperature blanket. Like I just have not sat and done this in a while for whatever reason. So yeah, I need to sit and get caught up. But it's looking good. As you can see, it's been very cold. This is my 0 to 6 degree color. It has been literally freezing some days. Yeah, that's the temperature blanket by, I believe it's Wall and Hook. and it's in Drops Karisma. But it's all I've gotten done really. I'll throw in for gardening. I've had some sprouts. I had to plant some of the seeds I hydroponically germinated. So they're ready. Some of them have already sprouted. I'll throw in a video after I talk of that if you're interested. Yeah, but it's just been one of those weeks where, again, I've been busy. Like, I've done stuff, but I haven't really been productive at anything. Not just crafts. Like, it's wild. I was up in Dundalk, closer to the north, on Friday with a friend. I went to support, like, her stand-up. A bunch of people canceled, and I ended up doing a set, which was really, really fun. It was good to kind of get back on that horse, you know? It's almost like I like talking a lot all the time. But yeah, it was good. It went well, especially for like the amount of prep I had. I was quite happy with myself. But other than that, yeah, like, I mean, Sunday, I just didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to sit quietly and I don't know. But I'm happy I took the time, honestly, because I have, like, this week is Paddy's Day and I live in Dublin, so it's gonna be wild no matter what. I'm really excited for it. So, yeah, we have, like, a pub quiz tonight that's all Father Ted themed, so I should really be sitting watching some Father Ted right now. And tomorrow we usually do, like, a wine and cheese tasting over Zoom. It's done. If you're in Ireland, I'll link it. It's Sheridan's Cheesemongers does it. And basically they send you out 4 cheeses, and I actually have the stuff for it right now. 4 cheeses, and you get like a cracker or some sort of bread thing, like accoutrement, some sort of like jam. Once the theme was like pickles. It's centered around a different theme. So like the mountain one was like these really good cornichons. And then usually it's a bottle of white and a bottle of red. But this time we got a cider, a beer, and a gin, because they're keeping it all Irish for Paddy's Day. So we're really excited for that. And then Friday we have Paddy's Day, and we have a friend coming. So I'm just going to warn you, it's probably going to be a short one next week as well, because that's a lot. And yeah, so I'm pretty much, I think, going to spend Saturday night and Sunday. I mean, watch me say this and go out. But yeah, I think I'm going to spend a lot of time just quietly thinking to myself, because my goodness, I am tired. But I don't know. You know what? Looking at it, I got a lot of that. The embroidery takes forever. That's the thing with embroidery. I've gotten pretty far in a sweater. My temperature blanket, I need to pick my socks up on a little bit. But all up, I think I've done well. Yeah, so I hope you're doing something fun for Paddy's Day. Let me know what you're doing if you're doing anything. Wear some green. It's a good time. I have one specific green sweater I wear every Paddy's Day, and I always feel so cheesy wearing green in Ireland though, because it's like, oh my god, are people just gonna think that I'm like a tourist who thinks everybody in Ireland only ever wears green? Which sucks, because I look good in green. But anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you soon. And yeah, let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you're working on. If you have any advice for what might have happened, like, I think I just added stitches in a place it didn't. Or, no, seriously? Let me know. This isn't even like a cheesy, let me know so I get more comments. Seriously, let me know if you've ever seen this like knotless strand on top of your yarn. I want to know. Like, I kind of wish I had weighed it to see if it was like just to make the weight, or like, I don't know. It's bizarre. Like, let me know. Anyway, thanks so much. We'll see you later. Bye.